Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 9. So, last time we had the Todoroki fight, Shoto versus Toya, and it seems like Shoto may have won unless he gets up from that last attack. It was pretty cool seeing Shoto's new power up and everything, and that was pretty cool. But the fight kind of went a little quick. But I mean, as with the Todorokis, it's been more about the story than it has been the battles, right? So we had a lot on like the origin of Dabi and like recapping a little bit of like when he burned up there, but then we found out what happened after with All For One taking him in. We found out All For One wasn't able to twist the hate that was within Toya in order to like shape it towards his own will. So Toya went off on his own and was supposed to die within a month, but managed to live this long. So I guess that backstory was also trying to prep us for the idea that like Toya's not in a good spot. Like he's probably barely hanging in there, right? Like it's just the revenge has been keeping him going, is what they said. So as soon as he like starts having that doubt that he can't fulfill that revenge or something like that, then I bet his like medical condition is gonna fade very quickly. So I suppose that is a big aspect to why where the fight went on pretty quick. And I mean, Shoto was literally born to be stronger than Toya, so it makes sense that Shoto is stronger than Toya. It may have taken a little bit of time, but he seems to have nailed it with his ice and fire. So I'm excited to see. I'm sure we're going to see more here before we move on to the next thing. But as I was saying, I'm glad this wasn't just drawn out over 5 episodes and we only got like pieces of it. I'm glad we kind of took all of last episode to like hammer through it. Not that I'm not interested in it, but for me it's much more interesting to see things all at once than to jump around to a bunch of different fights at once like anime does a lot. So that's just my opinion. So I'm happy the way it went. So let's watch this episode and see how this one goes. We'll start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. No. Yeah. Damn, is he bleeding? Out of like his eyes and nose? Oh. I guess we saw that before. Getting little bits of recap here. Dabi was pretty crazy. The like fire in his mouth even and stuff. Looks nuts. Yeah, that shot right there. Just young. Pretty sure that is young. Looking at it again. Both of them were young in that fadeaway shot. That was really good. Good little recap for getting back into this. I'm curious how formidable Shoto's gonna be. Like that new ability seemed to hard counter his flames, but if it's so cold, he's able to freeze those extremely hot flames. Ones that were like melting metal and everything, then like theoretically he could like freeze villains and stuff before they even get remotely close to him, I feel like. If it was just like emanating to those buildings out there and stuff. Man, you guys ever have that moment when you drive, like, it happens the most when you're driving, I think, and you don't remember when you got somewhere? I don't remember doing the countdown at all, but I must have, right? To start the episode. I guess you guys might not know, because if I didn't do it, I probably added it in the editing process. Man. It's really cold. Alright, so are we just wrapping up this whole battle area? Thanks, random lady. Oh shit! The armor, he just did not care about those spikes. Teasing some of the breakouts that we haven't seen yet. Yeah. Everyone's kind of happy about it, but then there's Shoto, who just had to beat the shit out of his damaged older brother. Extras. And we're just gonna hear about all the people that, the extras, you know? Oh shit. That describes me too. I forgot he was one of the ones in on recommendation in Class B. Good to see all the people getting a rallying cry, right? Oh, this is... okay. Yeah, this is Gigantomachia. They're all defending him. Oh, that guy. He was the first episode. Ooh, nice. She acid blocked it. No, Mino. Yeah, Kirishima. Of course he'd be here too. Yeah, manly. Oh my god. He just went full hard. Yep, everyone's just getting a little boost. A little bit of good news can go a long way in a battlefield. Bakugo's gonna be like, how dare he finish his fight before me? Oh, nice. That was way less Bakugo that I thought we were gonna get. Who's this flower guy? Extras. Ugh. He looks like a Elden Ring boss. I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring. Hmm. Alright, Aoyama. Let's see you do some lasering. Nice. Birds. Oh shit, Spinner's here. Hmm. Whoa, I thought he looked bigger. What happened to Spinner? Has he always had this in him, or... Oh, okay. But Spinner took one. Damn, okay. I never... Oh, wow. So is it a permanent? Is he always like this? Of course the lizard man turned Godzilla. Alright, we actually have a couple heteromorphs going up against the leader of the heteromorph, which is an interesting matchup if they start talking at all, I suppose. Oh, buddy. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Did he do something to himself, or is that something All For One did to him? What is that glowing in his chest? Is that how he lived all this time? Uh-oh. There is too much happiness in this episode. Are we gonna have Dabi get back up? And then all this rallying is for nothing? They probably shouldn't relay that news, though. Ugh. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Number 1 and number 2. I mean, nice. Ah, okay. Yeah, I think he Endeavor had the reaction because of the news he heard, not because of what All For One was saying, right? And Hawks thought he was just getting to him. Ugh, that like came off of his pinky. Jeez, he just like had air fists. Just random elements going crazy. Suffocate on mushrooms, bitch. Oh, maybe he does have the news. Yep, he just tries to get in your head. And... oh, All Might. Oh, he's gonna tell him that he's the one that grabbed it. God damn it, Endeavor. Don't listen to him, man. Alright, let's go, Hawks. Oh shit. That's not calm. Oh, that's not good. We see Mirko have a big chunk taken out of her, like, exactly like that, but that's not good. Oh, shit. Wow, he's gonna sacrifice himself and take the hit. Oh, shit! Did she stop that with her audio wave? Oh, shit! Both of them! I didn't know how she got in there. Holy shit, our kids, man. They're badass. Ugh. Extras, maybe. No, what a badass. Did the feathers... They're under him. I'm guessing they helped him. Do you have any kind of, like, medical triage in the area that can... Yeah, come to your senses, buddy. I guess he could close his own wound if he just cauterizes it, right? If his body is, like, fire resistant, can he cauterize his own wounds? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you can tell from that far away, but he could tell through his feathers. Yeah, there you go. That's better than you'll die. Ugh. Gross. Yep, he's aware of it. Oh shit, going after the kids. Oh damn. Was that the feathers? What just happened there? Oh, Hawks, what a badass. Damn. Going after the... Oh. I like how Dark Shadow asked that. Yeah, let's go, Jiro. Alright, get used to it now, though. You've experienced it. I don't know if it's something you get used to, though, but you've seen it, though, and survived it, so... Oh! Come on, Jiro. Endeavor, maybe? Oh, shit! Was it the feathers something pushed him out of the way. Oh, the feathers again, man. Oh, they got hurt. Oh, and he attacked Hawks at the same time. Damn. The feathers are making the fight a little bit trippy because I'm not exactly sure what's happening over and over again. Like, they just keep playing that same card of, like... Surprise! Oh, Jiro, her, like, whole ear, bottom part of her ear is gone. Like, yeah, her quirk part. Yeah, that. What? It's over already? Damn it! I wasn't even paying attention at the time. I was just in it. Well, shit. That was a good episode. I really like that one. I didn't expect us to go to all for one for the next fight. But I guess it makes sense as, like, the one most affected by the results of the Shoto fight is gonna be Endeavor. And we get to immediately see the results of that. And I actually, thinking about it now, I really like that. I really like that we immediately jump to, Shoto's father after hearing about Shoto. I mean, you know, he was kind of like All Might, right? Where everyone's all happy that Shoto won, but he realizes what that really means for Shoto, just like All Might did, and that's where he started to get like a little broken. And he was kind of holding it together until he pulled out the "you couldn't find his body, right? Well, guess who did?" Ha 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 ha. Freaking All for One always has these little. I didn't even think about him using that against Endeavor. Like, it didn't even go into my mind, but he always has these little like fucked up cards to play because I mean the truth is he's not as scary as like just getting into people's heads. Like, I mean, he is scary, but that's it, guys, for episode 9. But yeah, like, he is scary, don't get me wrong, but I feel like our characters are doing decent against. I mean, that last hit wasn't good, right? But they were holding their own a little bit, and they didn't have like the biggest card in their hand because he lost his head a little bit there. But if they had Endeavor, I almost feel like it would have been like not easy, but it would have been a pretty good matchup. But I almost think All for One sees that, and he's like, I have to disrupt that, and like gets in their head. And he can't really, he doesn't even try to get into Hawks' head because Hawks is the kind of person that threw away all of his family like years ago. And sure, he kind of regrets that now, but he's so used to living that way. I don't think anything All for One would say to him would really get to Hawks. So I like how he doesn't even try, but he sees, like, he can see different, right? Like, he can see the people who are scared of him. He even did that thing where after Endeavor was down on the ground, he was like, okay, who's next? And he went after the kids because he could tell that they were here, they were strong, they were fighting, but they weren't mentally prepared for something as evil as him. And just like they thought, he displayed his power, and Jiro kind of froze in an instant there and realized, like, this is like the murderous intent that they felt back then. This is that, if you guys remember that feeling when we first met All for One, when it gave like Midoriya and them visions of them just crumbling to death, right? Like, that's just the feeling that this man emanates, and she hasn't been exposed to that yet and just kind of froze. Now I hope they looked hurt and everything, but I hope they're still in it. I mean, they're UA students. I feel like there's more to them. I feel like they're going to do another clutch thing, but their entry was pretty damn clutch. Like, Hawks was about to sacrifice himself in order to soften Endeavor's fall, hoping that Endeavor would be able to recover and be because he's the one they need to continue this fight. So, but Jiro and oh man, I can't remember his. I know they call him Tsukuyomi, right? But I can't remember his actual name. But Tokoyomi, something like that. My bad. But either way, they flew in, and she used one of her air pulses to stop his like EMP attack thing. Like, that's some power you've got there, Jiro. You should like try to think back to that and try to. I know it's hard and she's scared and everything, but if she can like think back to like being able to stop that attack, like what else can she do? Like, try using that power. Granted, one of the earphones broke off now, so it's going to be less power, but I think she still had one speaker, right, that she could utilize. And if her outfit still has the ones in her legs too, the one earphone that she has left, earphone jack that she has left, she could maybe connect to her legs and do it that way too. But yeah, I mean, it sucks that one. Like, I wonder if does that heal? Like, will she be without one of those forever, or do they grow back? I don't know how that quirk works, you know. So we're gonna have to see in the future when when the fighting is over how that affects her, because one of them definitely came off. But I liked how Shoto winning his fight, or at least for now winning his fight. We don't know what's going on with Dabi. They teased us. I have no idea what that was. There's like a little purple energy within him. So I don't know if that's something he did, because they said they don't know why he lived this long, right? He was only supposed to live for a month. So maybe there was something he did to like artificially keep himself going. And like, what does that mean? Like, what could it do now that he's beaten? But they said he's still alive after that attack from Shoto. So granted, I don't think Shoto was going after him to kill him, right? But that being said, we have whatever's going on there. But for now, the good news is spreading around that Shoto won, and everyone's getting that, and it helped like all the other areas. That was cool, jumping around to those spots and seeing brief moments of them hearing about it and like being like, oh, he won his fight. All right, we gotta get going. You know, we gotta do some shit too. Like that's the Todoroki we know. You know, like I like how it went around to a bunch of the kids, and even some of the adults seemed to be inspired by Dabi, who was one of the big threats in this group of people taken down. So. But we have Spinner given a new quirk. It seems like, I don't know if it's one that he can turn on and off. He immediately, like, basically hulked out when it was given to him. I don't know if he's gonna be able to go back to his normal size, or does he just always look like this now? But, yeah, I mean, he's even more heteromorphic than he was before if he is stuck like this. And All For One knew that, right? And he was like, I'm gonna give him this power, he's gonna look crazy, and he's gonna go lead the other heteromorphs and all that. But he's there with Ojiro and oh, what's his name? The one that can, I know his hero name's Anna Voice. His name was very similar to, it was Kota or Kota, right? One of them is the kid that Midoriya saved at the summer camp, right? That hated heroes. The other one is Anna Voice. I always get them mixed up because their names are so similar, but I managed to somewhat remember it. But they're both there, and they're both heteromorphs, so I wonder if there will be any kind of, like, conversation, or is it just, like, a poetic matchup and it's just gonna be fighting? I guess we'll find out, but... we did learn that even all of his feathers aren't back yet. So Hawks is using, like, he got healing from, what'd they call her? I can't remember what they call her. The nurse lady from UA, I think is who they were talking about, right? But I can't remember the word they used for her. But either way, he got healed by her and has these synthetic feathers that is obviously, I'm guessing they're ones that are staying in his wings that are helping him fly. I'm assuming they're not the ones he's going out and controlling, because I don't know how you make synthetic wings that he can then control, right? But I imagine the ones that have grown back are ones that he's sending out and controlling, and then the synthetic ones are the ones that are in his wings, making sure he stays up in the air and everything. So cool that they were able to make those for him. So that was pretty neat. But yeah, that was just a crazy episode, a lot going on, a lot of, like, you know, they did a good job of making it fast-paced. I do wish we got to see a little bit more of, like, immediate as to why things were saving the kids, right? Because there was, like, what was it? It was, like, 2 or 3, it might have been 3 times that he managed to use the feathers to save them from an attack, but we saw the feathers after the fact. So, like, there were only so many times during that fight where I could get the feeling of, like, oh, what happened? And then it shows us. Oh, what happened? And then it shows us. It's like, I do kind of want to see the fight and understand the fight as I'm seeing it, right? I don't want to have to be shown what happened after. So it's just one of those things where, like, I felt like they did it maybe one too many times. Like, maybe the last time when, like, that big beam was firing, or maybe one of the other times, and save that dramatic moment for that beam that was about to shoot at the kids. But, like, it showed the feathers after the fact that, like, pushed it out of the way a little bit and redirected it, which it still nicked them a little bit. But, like one of those times show the feathers fly in and save them in like a more obvious, I don't, maybe it did and I just missed it, but in a little bit more of an obvious way. That's probably my only gripe with it, is it felt like they just reused that same trick over and over. But yeah, I mean, All for One's weakness, they've said it, is the thing that's on his face, the machinery that is keeping him alive. If he loses that, then I don't think he'll die immediately, because he didn't have it on for like a small portion of time during the fight with All Might, right? But I don't think he's gonna die, or I think it might like hamper his ability, and his health might decline and stuff like that. So, but yeah, we need to get that respirator down. But hopefully, I imagine next time we get back to this fight, we'll see Endeavor standing up. You know, he's already kind of realizing like, what am I doing? And then like, if he sees these kids fighting and getting hurt in place of him and stuff like that, I think he'll get it together. So, but yeah, fantastic episode. I loved it. I loved how it was just called extras, and we did have just a lot of like the filler fights, and some of the areas we saw were already like cleaning theirs up. It almost seemed like the fighting is over where Shoto is, right? And stuff like that. So if that's the case, some of them might be able to head to some of the other sites and help out there, depending on the distance in between. I don't know how long travel time takes, because they don't have access to Kurogiri as long as Monoma is doing his thing with Aizawa. So, yeah, good stuff. Looking forward to more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more from me. Links in the description below. Not for this show. I watch this show as it airs, but for the other content on my channel, you can get 2 episodes ahead of time with the early access tier. And then my Patreon shows are shows that are exclusive to my Patreon until I finish the entire show. I'm watching things on there like all of Last of Us is already on there. Season 3 and 4 Stranger Things is on there. And now I'm currently watching Watchmen, which is a really interesting show. And then I'm also watching Frieren when it comes to anime. So check that out if you're interested. Like I said, links in the description should be popping up. And I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.